Hey you guys, we are on to day 8. I hope you had a great break yesterday and you are pumped to get started on the last bit of our class. So for the next 3 days, we are going to be talking about lighting. I'm going to teach you how to find and then harness light to create really spectacular images. Today, we're covering natural light indoors, meaning in your house using window light or an open front door. We're not talking about shooting outside today or shooting with artificial light. First off, let's talk about front light. One of the main things when you're talking about lighting is to make sure that your subject has light in their eyes. That's instantly going to take your image from to awesome. You can practice this technique with front light. Look for the largest light source and turn your subject toward that light source. The value of this kind of lighting, facing the light straight on, is that it will give very soft, even lighting. This is a good option if you're looking to get a very clean, clear image, or if you want to focus on detail shots or don't want too many dimensions. Here are some examples. The next option is side light. By placing your subject with the window light to the side, you can get dimension and interesting shadow. But be careful, if the light is too bright, you can get really unflattering shadows on the face. Here's an example of side light.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the lighting here, and I'm going to turn my subject so that the light is to the side of them, like this. We've got more shadow on this side of her face than on this side because our light source is right here. So it's lighting this side more than this side. This can be more dimensional and make it a little bit more interesting, but it can also mean that you get some funky shadows on their face if you have really harsh light. For example, if I moved her into this direct light, scoot down, 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 like this. And I'll show you what that looks like now. Okay, so when you're doing side light, you want to make sure your subject is in more even lighting, like how she's in the shade here. And then she's just getting like the light on her face, the shadow on her face, but not direct sunlight, so it's not as harsh.
The last kind of lighting we're going to discuss is backlighting. Backlighting is easily my favorite kind of lighting, but it's also the most difficult to use. When the background is brighter than the front of the image, you have to expose the image for the faces and be okay with the extra bright, blown out background. Often when the light is coming from behind, I like to try to have something solid behind my subjects. That way I still have light in their hair, but I can see their full form. Okay, when I'm talking about backlighting, I'm talking about the light source, the largest light source being behind my subject, which creates kind of a rim of light around them. This can be kind of a scary type of lighting. People get nervous to shoot this way, but it can be really, really cool, and it is actually probably my favorite way to shoot. So you need to be careful because if your subject is just in the light, with just the light source behind them, it's going to be really blown out like this. So what I'll often do is I'll position them slightly. So she's got the light source, turn? No, you're turning too much. She's got the light source still behind her, but I'm going to shoot slightly at an angle so she's got a solid background behind her, like this. Another fun way to shoot with backlight is to do silhouette shots. To achieve this, expose for the bright background so that the body of the subject is dark. This can really simplify an image and be a really impactful piece. Today, your photo challenge is soft. I want you to shoot inside with natural lighting today using the techniques we've talked about. Then go ahead and post your image under video 8 on our private Facebook page. As always, feel free to ask any questions you might have, and I cannot wait to see the images you create.